The news headlines. Mrs. Martha W. Manuel reiterates needs for the dedication in the vineyard. Akwa Ibom State government soon to begin the construction of 2 major roads in Ika local government area. Plus, President Donald Trump's revised travel ban suffers first legal setback. Details coming up shortly. Good morning and thank you for joining us for the news at 7. I am Abasi Ubong Gordon. The wife of the governor, Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel, has called on the people to be dedicated in the service of the Lord. Mrs. Emmanuel made the call during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Humility Glory Mission of Soma Estate, Uyo. Details of the story is here presented.
I want to join faith with the fathers in the faith to say that as we lay this foundation of the Humility Glory Mission, the gates of hell will not prevail against us.
Performing the groundbreaking ceremony, Mrs. Martha Emmanuel thanked God for the vision and encouraged the people to support the project to attract the blessings of God. She congratulated the president and founder of the church and members for their dedication and prayed God to bless and prosper them.
We are just starting in Akwa Ibom State. This is your land. I know that this church will prosper. The Lord will prosper His church in your hands. I want to encourage all of you seated here. No matter what it takes, try and sow a seed. Try and build for God.
Ministering at the occasion, Bishop Ademola Ado Otoki, who preached on the theme Kingdom Builder and took his text from the book of Nehemiah, stressed that whosoever builds a befitting altar for the Lord will receive bountifully from him.
There are kingdoms upon kingdoms upon kingdoms upon kingdoms. But there's one kingdom that will stand when other kingdoms are giving way.
The president and founder of Humility Glory Mission, Reverend Dr. Sylvia Imo, thanked God for the opportunity to serve in the vineyard and prayed Him to direct as many people that step to the mission to give their hearts to Jesus Christ. Present at the occasion were the wife of the Secretary to the State Government, Lady Gloria Umoren, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Gloria Edith, the wife of the member representing Uyo State Constituency, Mrs. Joyful Eyo, among others.
The Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Sufficiency, Dr. Charles Doyen, has reiterated the commitment of the government to boost rice production in the state. Dr. Doyen was speaking during a town hall meeting to sensitize the people on the Rice Anchor Borrower Scheme organized by the Central Bank of Nigeria and Hebron Integrated Farm. The Commissioner told the meeting that the government was working out modalities to increase rice production in the state and assured that with the enthusiasm shown by the administration of Udom Emmanuel, Akwa Ibom would begin to export rice in the near future. The Commissioner for Agriculture appealed to farmers to see farming as a serious business, saying that with God on the side of Akwa Ibom State, they would experience bumper harvest this year. Dr. Doyen encouraged them to form cooperative societies so as to be able to benefit from the Anchor Borrower Scheme and commended members of the Anchor firm for assisting in land preparation, providing quality seedling and other inputs to help farmers to process the pollen into edible rice. The managing director of the Hebron Integrated Farm, Mr. Alphonsus Ian, stated that with the rice anchor poultry, The managing director of the Hebron Integrated Farm, Mr. Alphonsus Ian, stated that with the rice anchor borrower scheme, 2 hectares of land are expected to yield a minimum of 6 tons of rice. Meanwhile, staff of the Akwa Ibom Agricultural Development Program, ACADEP, have been assured of better working conditions as the state government is set to tackle the challenges facing the program. The assurance was given by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Sufficiency, Dr. Uduak Charles Udoyang, while on familiarization tour of the office in Uyo. The Commissioner described the role of ACADEP as critical to the success of the agricultural development policy of the state government and acknowledged the efforts of staff towards the realization of the goals of the programs. Welcoming the Commissioner and members of his team, the Program Manager, Elder Udoidom, congratulated Dr. Udoyang on his appointment and briefed him on the achievements and problems facing ACADEP. The state government is soon to commence the construction of 2 major roads in Ika local government area. They are the Utu Etumekbo Ikoresu Azumini Road and the Utu Etumekbo Ikot Akpasung Road. The story is here presented.
The Commissioner for Works, Mr. Ifremiyan, disclosed this while inspecting some road projects in Ubudokara and Ikot-Ekpene local government areas. According to the Commissioner, it was the directive of the Governor that more communities in the state be opened up to attract development, thereby giving them a sense of belonging. Mr. Inyang advised the benefiting communities against impeding the government's good intention in constructing the roads by erecting illegal structures to attract compensation. He made it clear that government will not hesitate to demolish such structures without any compensation. He solicited the support and cooperation of the people towards the successful completion of the road and other roads in the area.
A part of the job is not to see things and ignore them. And we had to go and see to the end of it. And I think that it would be right for government to restore hope to those communities, even if we don't have the resources to quickly asphalt that road and do all the drains. It will be good for government to at least send in machines, open up that place, minimally compact the road, make it motorable.
While inspecting the 4.2 kilometer Abak Ifyaikpe Mbarayup Ikorobiasom Nko Road under construction in Ikot-Ekpene and Ubudokara local government areas, the Commissioner for Works assured the people that Governor Udomi Manuel will keep to his words in the timely completion of the road. Mr. Nyang, who was accompanied by Senator Ibo Essien while in Nko, decried the level of sand excavation in the community, which he said seriously degraded the environment. He announced that government will carry out remedial work on the Nko Road that leads to Ntondang in Ikot-Ekpene to make it passable for now.
In time government will finish with these 2 roads, nothing will stop government from taking another. Right. So for now, the story that Ika was neglected in terms of road is over. It's over.
The Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Uwemedimo Nwoko, in his remarks, thanks the state government for including Ika among the benefiting local government areas and pledged the support of the people to the governor beyond 2019. He also thanked the Commissioner for Works for visiting the area and for the commencement of the road project.
The 2 roads that have been identified for the first phase are major economic roads for the states and for the community. So we are very happy. I want to, on behalf of the Ika people, appreciate the governor for this magnanimity and to let the governor know that Ika people will continue to stand solidly behind this government in reciprocation of what the government has done for us.
The transition chairman of Ika, Mrs. Iniberesa Lasetugudo, thanked Governor Udomi Manuel for keeping his promises, saying that the people of Ika will remain grateful for the gesture.
Activities to mark the retirement of the State Judge, Justice Stephen Okon, are to begin on Monday next week. A press statement issued by the Chief Registrar, Princess Ekong, shows that a prayer convocation will take place on Monday, 13th March 2017 at the Judiciary Multipurpose Hall, Uyo, by 10 o'clock in the morning. The retiring Chief Judge, Justice Stephen Okon, will tour prisons establishments as well as commission projects executed under his administration on Tuesday, March 14. According to the statement, a public lecture and book presentation will hold on Wednesday, March 15, 2017 at the Judiciary Multipurpose Hall, Wellington Bassey Way, Uyo, by 10 o'clock in the morning. And a football match in his honor will take place at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Venue of the match is the Uyo Sports Stadium. Thursday, March 16 at 6 o'clock in the evening is Variety Night and Banquet at the Judicial Multipurpose Hall. Friday, March 17, 2017 is Thanksgiving service in his honor at the Assemblies of God Church at Kaitiam Road, Uyo, by 10 o'clock in the morning. Thereafter afternoon, a valedictory court session to celebrate the successful service and retirement of Justice Stephen Okon will hold at the Judiciary Multipurpose Hall, Wellington Bassey Way, Uyo. The Chief Registrar, Princess Echo, invites judges of the State and Federal High Courts, staff of the Akwa Ibom State Judiciary, and the public to be part of the events. This month's edition of Jogging to Serve Better, a physical keep fit exercise for civil servants organized by the Office of the Head of Civil Service, took place yesterday. The exercise, which was led by the Head of Civil Service, Mrs. Zekera Bawakban, was held at the Millennium Park on Udodoma Avenue, Uyo. Etienne Iba was part of it.
The exercise, which lasted from 6:30 to 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and attended by permanent secretaries, directors, and other categories of civil servants, had aerobics and jogging as the main features. There was no dull moment as participants were engaged in one form of exercise or the other. They jogged around the Unity Park on Udodoma Avenue, Uyo. Addressing them, the Head of Civil Service, Mrs. Zekera Bawakban, expressed satisfaction over the performance of workers in their assigned duties. Mrs. Akban said that the monthly Keep Fit exercise for public servants has helped them to be productive and assist government to implement its policies and programs. She encouraged workers to always exercise themselves at homes in view of its health benefits. Mrs. Akban advised them to keep the spirit and reiterated the commitment of the government to reward honest, resourceful, and committed workers. Noting that time had had, Mrs. Akban said Governor Odu Emmanuel was committed to ensuring that workers and pensioners receive their benefits as and when due. Mrs. Akban urged the workers to see the monthly Keep Fit exercise as important as it provides opportunity to refresh oneself in readiness for the next job.
I want to encourage all of us to continue doing it, because whatever work we are doing it unto the Lord. And for your own good. You are doing it for yourself. Because one day, you'll be at the top. When it comes to your turn, nobody will take it from you. But you have to learn the job now.
Some elected workers bet their minds on the exercise and how it has benefited them.
Also for mental fitness. On Monday we are ready to go. And so I called my permanent secretaries, civil servants, my Ministry of Justice to come out and have their fitness ready for work.
The thing keeps me strong and healthy.
So good to us.
it makes us agile. Some of us that were so fat, so imbalanced, with the exercise, some of us were not able to walk at school. Until we walk around, it makes us flexible.
So you mean that
when you exercise yourself and you are strong to face other challenges in life.
Even as a cameraman, to keep fit, you need to do this exercise. And there is no way you are not keeping fit and you can stand for 6 or 4 hours. There are times you stand up to 10 or 8 hours. And if you are not practicing, you will go out.
I feel very, very light right now. It makes you move fast and makes you very prompt.
Etienne Ibanga reporting.
You're still watching AKBC TV News with Abasi Ubong Gordon. We will be back right after this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. As part of measures towards the control of HIV and AIDS in the state, a non-governmental organization, Community Partners for Development, assembled some girls aged between 15 and 25 to sensitize them on the dangers of the epidemic. During the event, which took place at the town hall Ikorakwanya, Asuna, in a Tenan local government area, lectures on different topics on HIV and AIDS were delivered by different speakers. There was an interactive session during which participants discussed freely on the topics. Iyagano Paul completes the details.
Speaking, the Executive Director of Community Partners for Development, Dr. Sekbong Udo, said the NGO is saddled with the responsibility of educating the people on the need for them to live healthily, emphasizing that health is wealth. Dr. Udo said that their mission to Etienne was to group the girls in and out of schools and intimate them on the effects of HIV/AIDS. The Executive Director highlighted the causes for the spread of this killing virus to include ignorance and negative cultural practice, beliefs, greed, carefulness in using sharp objects like needle, and peer group. She said the NGO is partnering the state government and ExxonMobil on this sensitization, advising the girls to say no to unprotected sex and abstain from it.
And we are doing HIV because it's on record that we're still ranking number 2 in the nation. And it's so alarming that we in Akwa Ibom State are now related to something not too good. But we know that if we go into the nooks and crannies of our local government, the wards in particular, the hard-to-reach areas, and sensitize them, it will help to reduce that.
A representative of the Ministry of Health, Mrs. M.M. Xavier, lauded the NGO for taking steps to contribute to the control and spread of HIV/AIDS, noting that government on its part was working tirelessly to curb the spread. Mrs. Xavier advised the girls to be more focused on their future than indulge in premarital sex, saying that HIV/AIDS will limit them from achieving their goals in life.
So how do you know that HIV is not really happening? And people think that if you see a very sick person, that means that the person has HIV or the person has something or something. No, these are just some of the signs and the things. But before you know that it is expected that one should go for
Some of the girls commended members of the Community Partners for Development for educating them, describing the event as worthwhile.
I learned today that, of course, we all know abstinence is the best policy, but if you can't, you stick to condoms. And if you know that the person you're with, your partner or anybody is not faithful, you go for your test regular.
We've been able to know what HIV and AIDS is and the symptoms the early stages, what to do, the way to get it, and how to go for counseling.
What I learned today has teach me a very great lesson, because if not this lesson, I could have known my left, and I could have not known between my left and my right.
The event, which the sponsors noted to be beneficial in economic empowerment, health programs, gender issues, among other things, featured free HIV screening and interactive station. Iyagenopo reporting.
A state high court sitting in Uyo yesterday resumed the trial of 4 policemen who allegedly shot to death a motorcyclist while trying to impound his motorcycle, opposite this Federal Secretariat complex on a back road, Uyo. The accused officers are Inspector Idoko Samson, Inspector Moses Akwate, Corporals Inobo Udo and Godwin Nana. The outstanding trial over the murder of one Felix Kenneth Akman, a native of Yabong in Yonibom local government area. The incident occurred on the 15th October 2015 when one of the accused persons, Inspector Akwaite, led a team of other officers on patrol in Uyo Metropolis. When they got to a back road by the Federal Secretariat, the police officers were said to have met commercial motorcyclists, including the deceased Felix Akpan, and allegedly descended on him, shooting him to death. At the resumption of the trial yesterday, the investigation police officer, Inspector Kanu Akpezu, who is the last prosecution witness in the matter, gave an insight into how a map of motorcyclists attacked the police officers on the day of the incident, prompting the armed men to open fire for self-defense. The IPO was cross-examined, after which the 3 defense counsels opted to make a no-case submission, seeking to stop the accused persons from giving their evidence. In his submission, Barrister Francis Ekanem, counsel to Inspector Moses Akwate, the second accused persons, said the policemen have no case to answer on grounds that they were acting in accordance with the Police Force Order 237 to repel the attack against them by the motorcyclists. However, the prosecution counsel, Barrister F.T. Itum, said that evidence by eyewitnesses showed that the policeman shot at the led motorcyclist while he was trying to stop the officers from impounding his motorcycle. AKBC Judicial correspondent Harrison Essien reports that the presiding judge, Justice Ifyok Ukana, adjourned the case to Tuesday, 28th day of March, for the defense team to make their no-case submission. Still on judiciary matters, a 27-year-old man, Stephen Anono, who allegedly murdered a barber in Uraikba Road, Uyo, was yesterday sent back to the prison following the adjournment of the case to 23rd of this month. Anona, a native of Njikoko in Anambra State, is said to have killed one Daniel Basi, a native of Wangiba in Iran local government area of Akwa Ibom State, over an alleged 750,000 naira debt. The accused person has denied his confessional statement to the police, during which the last adjourned date on 17th of June 2016. At the continuation of hearing on the matter yesterday, the court adjourned for ruling on the admissibility of the accused person's statement and continuation of defense. While some Nigerians are working to contain the hard economic conditions of the moment, this widow has a problem increased for no fault of hers. The reason simply is that Mrs. Nkoyokun Akpan, who hitherto lived at Ikorobiofong, Ipesikwo, along Akanudo Road, had her house completely razed by fire 2 nights ago. Mrs. Nkoyo Konokwan and her son, Ian Mfonokun, cannot trace the source and the cause of the fire, but said that it started in the early hours of Wednesday while they were still sleeping. She said that her property, including those of other occupants of the building, have been burnt by the fire and that she has nowhere to live with her children. Though no life was lost, Mrs. Nkoyokwan and her son thank God for saving their lives. They appealed to the government, public spiritual organizations and individuals to come to their assistance as their lives has been further jeopardized by the fire. And now to the foreign news. President Muhammadu Buhari is set to resume duties on Monday, and United States President Donald Trump revised travel ban suffers first legal setback. Stay on with Mercy Eker for the details.
President Muhammadu Buhari, who returned to the country Friday after a 49-day medical vacation, is expected to resume presidential duties on Monday. The president has already written to the Senate to notify it of its intention to take back power. The president, who has been spending time with his family since arrival, confirmed that he had been ill and had received much treatment and has also rested. President Buhari thanked the acting president, Yemi Osinbajo, for holding forte while he was away. He also thanked Nigerians who prayed for his recovery. The Central Bank of Nigeria has halted the plan by a consortium of domestic money banks to take over the operations of telecoms company Etisalat for failure to pay loans it took from the banks in 2013. Etisalat is blaming its inability to refinance the $1.2 billion loan it took on the devalued naira and scarcity of forex. The consortium of banks and Etisalat, after a meeting with the Apex Bank Friday.
And that's all we have for you on the news this morning. But just before we go, a recap of the top stories. The wife of the governor, Mrs. Martha Udomi Emmanuel, has called on the people to be dedicated in the service of the Lord. Mrs. Emmanuel made the call during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Humility Glory Mission on Sangama Estate, Uyo. We also brought a report that the Commissioner of Agriculture and Food Sufficiency, Dr. Charles Udanya, has reiterated the commitment of the government to boost rice production in the state. That's the news. Remember, you can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 Wheel or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 425. And from me, Abasubong Gordon, thanks for watching and do have a very lovely Sunday morning.
Thank you.